somewhere only we know.
This holiday season, make Tommy John the ultimate stocking stuffer.
And say goodbye to awkward adjustment moments like these.
The wedgie shift, the party pick, and the hide and seek.
You won't have those problems when you upgrade to Tommy John.
Our underwear is made with a luxuriously soft, lightweight, breathable fabric that stretches in 16 different directions. It stays put so there's no bunching, no riding up, and no more wedgies. Guaranteed.
Our stay put waistband won't roll down or leave marks, and Tommy John underwear is designed for maximum breathability, which means you'll be cool and dry all day long. Overcome the uncomfortable
with Tommy John.
Give the gift of life-changing comfort with limited edition gifts. Visit TommyJohn.com now and use the promo code on your screen to get 20% off. Free shipping on orders over $75 and our best pair you'll ever wear or it's free guarantee. Visit TommyJohn.com today. Tommy John, no adjustment needed.
I was pretty content. Not really thinking about dating.
But my daughter said, why not just use Out There?
So I took a look on Our Time.
I quickly saw great people my age.
I've got to admit, it sure is fun looking.
And people are looking back.
Our Time. Just take a look for free today.
What is luxury? A state of mind, free time. It's opulence, it's service. All included, all the time. 2 hearts, 5 stars, 1 name. Sandals. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
What's America doing on Fox Friday?
Having a great time.
Because Last Man Standing is back and bigger than ever.
This is insane.
It's a cause for celebration. Millions of fans are buzzing about Last Man Standing's newest season.
You reinvented yourself. You're like Reagan, but prettier.
Tim Allen has never been better.
When God slams the door shut, he generally builds you a window.
Dad, why is everything with you home improvement?
Last Man Standing, Fridays, followed by The Cool Kids. Or catch up anytime on Fox Now and Hulu.
It's a great day. We got football, baby.
You spoke my language right there. I'm going for Will not go quietly into the night.
Oh, was that the bacon? This team is different.
They're loaded on both sides of the ball. We've got celebrity guests one after the other.
And they called me a goat? I was thinking WWJD. What would Justin do?
Hey! We are with Carson Wentz, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Whoa! What a way to start the day.
It's incredible.
Whoa! That's why we're the best.
Fox News Channel on Sirius XM. Your favorite shows on Channel 114. Plus, every story, every 15 minutes. Fox News headlines 24/7, Channel 115.
My next guest says special counsel Mueller is again dishonestly insinuating Russian misconduct to smear President Trump. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton joins me now with more on that and his reaction to the Comey testimony transcript. All right, good evening, Tom. Thanks for being with us tonight. You know, before I get into Comey and Mueller, I want to talk to you about a decision that didn't make a lot of news, but to me is extremely significant. A federal judge apparently gave Judicial Watch, you as the president of Judicial Watch, the ability to do additional fact-finding into whether Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server was deliberate and an effort to thwart freedom of information. Why now? What does it mean?
Well, the judge has been waiting for other court cases to come to a conclusion to see what else was out there to be found. He's upset about what the Justice Department and the State Department did in terms of keeping away from the court and Judicial Watch information about this email scheme. Remember, it was Judicial Watch's litigation that uncovered the Clinton email server and all those emails. They were forced to admit to the court they had this material, and the judge is furious that they didn't admit it earlier, and he's angry at this Justice Department judge for coming in and trying to defend the indefensible by trying to explain away what went on. So he authorized Judicial Watch to take discovery into what Mrs. Clinton was doing, how the State Department and the Justice Department were handling the email system and the results of our requests. And so it's a big deal. We have 10 days only to come up with the discovery plan.
Okay, but the discovery plan, does that mean you could put people under oath?
Yeah, it would mean we would take testimony of witnesses and gather documents and the sort of other evidence gathering lawyers engage in as they're trying to comply here with a court order. We have a court mandate to do this.
Okay. Now, the interesting thing is, you know, I had Congressman Issa and Congressman Jordan on, and I wasn't too happy with the fact that all this stuff is happening now, just a couple of weeks before the Democrats take over. We had all three House, the Senate, and the White House, and very little was done. But Congressman Issa took solace in the fact that by bringing this stuff out, and you are the tip of the spear as it relates to identifying information that even Congress can't get, that is in itself somewhat satisfactory in terms of getting some semblance of justice. But in the end, will Hillary Clinton, you believe, ever be made accountable for all of the not just injustices, but all of her dalliances from the law?
It's going to be up to Bill Barr, the new incoming Attorney General, whether or not he's going to allow James Comey have the final word as to what Hillary Clinton did. There's still a lot of more information to be found. Remember, she not only violated laws against the mishandling classified information, but she took government documents, she destroyed them. Yeah, there's all sorts of concerns about her truthfulness. She
deleted 30,000 emails. I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and the truthfulness of her testimony. I haven't heard this Justice Department, maybe you have, Judge Jeanine, describe what it thinks about what James Comey did. Do they agree that with James Comey that she didn't violate the laws against mishandling classified information, that no reasonable prosecutor would have brought a case? Silence. And I'm tired of the silence, but thankfully there's a court interested in getting additional information about what she did, and that's all we can do is get the information out there, and if prosecutors don't do their job, that's why the American people are unhappy. And frankly, it's why the president ought to be extremely unhappy.
Well, Tom Fitton, thank you for what you're doing and the efforts of your getting information before the American public that Congress cannot, irrespective of whether we get justice in the end. I think that, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Tom Fitton, thanks for being with us.
You're welcome.
All right. And syndicated columnist and author Michelle Malkin is next.
Morning. Welcome to Mitsubishi. Interested in a test drive?
Yeah. Can you check out the stereo?
Introducing the 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. If you like sculpted lines, you'll love its dynamic design. In a world of asphalt, gravel, and snow, Super All-Wheel Control will save the day. With a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, the Eclipse Cross is a must-see. Now showing at a dealership near you.
What?
Test drive a new crossover at your local Mitsubishi dealer.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors. Bear hugging in a bulky jacket. Bear hugging in the Duluth Fire Hose Lumberjack. The Duluth Trading Fire Hose Lumberjack. Get limber, get jacked, get lumberjacked. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
My name is Amy Belafonte. I didn't used to believe in monsters, but I do now.
Tell me again, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna get out of here.
How are we gonna do it?
We're gonna remember everything, and we're gonna be ready.
What are we not gonna do?
Panic.
The Passage, coming this January to Fox.
With unprecedented detail, vivid clarity, rich colors, and lifelike depth. At nearly 4 times the display resolution of HD, a whole new world of live TV awaits. DirecTV was the first to offer the NBA in 4K HDR, the industry's most immersive picture format. Don't just watch the NBA, experience it. Bucks, Raptors, live in 4K HDR on DirecTV. If you don't already have 4K, ask for it today.
For those who gaze up at starry skies and ponder the vastness before them, asking why, where, and how. This is Curiosity Stream, where you can stream incredible documentaries from the best filmmakers anywhere in the world.
Long live the curious. Monthly subscriptions start at just $2.99 a month. Start your free trial today at curiositystream.com.
Not sure you have the right credit card? Know which one to get? Turn to the nerds. Dinner's on me, get it? Oh, the experts at NerdWallet make it easy to make smart money moves. Compare and find the best credit cards for you at nerdwallet.com.
Whoa.
Daddy, Mom is on the phone. Hi.
How are you guys? AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military, veterans, first responders, and their families. Visit att.com/hero.
If these packs have the same number of bladder leak pads, I bet you think bigger is better. Actually, it's bulkier. Always Discreet quickly turns liquid to gel for drier protection that's a lot less bulky. Always Discreet.
Welcome back to Justice on this busy night of news. Here now with more reaction to Comey's shocking testimony, as well as the latest in the Mueller case. Syndicated columnist and author Michelle Malkin joins me now. All right, Michelle, a lot to talk about. I'd like to start with, the Mueller probe and the left and MSNBC, CNN, and everyone saying the impeachment is coming immediately or the indictment is coming immediately. What say you?
Well, it's a roller coaster of bloviation, hyperventilation, and still the same bottom line that you outlined so well in your opening statement, Judge. There is still not one shred, not one iota of evidence of any kind of Russian collusion and President Trump. And yet they continue, and this is what they're going to do. They announced it even the day before Trump ever took office, that the plan here, the plan all along has been resistance, resistance, resistance. And so, of course, they're going to be screaming bloody impeachment at the top of the lungs, even though at the end of the day with this Comey transcript and the release of it, even with the redactions, still nothing, nothing, nothing. The bottom line, that dossier is still fake. Mueller is a snake, and Comey is a flake.
Let's talk about Comey and Mueller. Oh, look, Comey is denying that he and Mueller are pals when just about everybody knows that the two of them were part of the same team in that John Ashcroft hospital room when Comey went in and saved the world, or at the very least America, relying on Bob Mueller and the FBI. And their careers have crossed and they've worked together for years. What say you on that?
Yes, I've got whiplash because it was the mainstream media itself, the anti-Trump media, the Washington Post, which had a long piece about the best buds, Mueller and Comey, and now denying it simply because President Trump tweeted about it and tweeted what the truth actually is. With Comey especially too. Look, here's somebody who's got more holes in his memory and his brain than an industrial-sized colander. Fidelity, bravery, integrity, and the guy denied knowing. I mean, as much as the I don't remembers bother me, it's the I don't knows, 166 of them in that transcript, to basic questions about whether he knew whether Christopher Steele was working for Fusion GPS at the same time that he was collaborating with the FBI. Basic questions about whether they had presented the exculpatory evidence that not obligated, okay, but they are legally required to present to the FISA court. And what I think the American people need to be most outraged about is the weaponization of FISA for political ends to stop Trump.
And you know what? In that regard, Michelle, let's talk for a minute about the fact that this FISA court knows that it was used. This FISA court knows that in the end, the repeated signing of the warrant, I believe 3 times, on what is still today an unverified dossier paid for by a candidate, and no one's saying boo. What is John Roberts doing? What is the Chief Justice of the United States doing when his court was one upon which a fraud was committed?
Absolutely correct, Judge Jeanine. Where is the accountability for this? The weaponization, the corruption of our FISA courts, which were intended, were erected to protect our national security, and now are meant to protect Democrat operatives and Democrat moles and the entire swamp, which is committed to bringing our president down. It is a danger and a threat and a menace to our public safety.
All right, Michelle.
Where's the accountability?
Thank you so much, Michelle Malkin. We'll be right back.
You bet, Judge.
A true winner doesn't seek only the title. A true winner seeks growth. A true winner seeks greatness. It's the journey. It's the challenge. If you reach your goal, set a bigger goal. If you get to the top of the mountain, find a bigger mountain. Don't tell me it's over. I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, good, you're awake.
Finally.
You're still here.
Come on, Denise, we're Voya.
We stay with you too and through retirement.
With solutions to help provide income throughout.
I get that Voya's with me through retirement. I'm just surprised it means in my kitchen.
Oh.
So that means no breakfast?
I said there might be breakfast.
I was really looking forward to breakfast. Voya, helping you to
and through
retirement.
To most, he's Phil Mickelson, pro golfer. To me, he's, well, Dad. So when his joint pain from psoriatic arthritis got really bad, it scared me. And what could that pain mean?
Joint pain could mean joint damage. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain, helps stop irreversible joint damage, and helps skin get clearer. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Since Enbrel, Dad's back to being Dad.
Visit Enbrel.com and use a joint damage simulator to see how your joint damage could be progressing.
Ask about Enbrel. Enbrel. FDA approved for over 16 years.
Imagine traveling hassle-free with your golf clubs. Now you can with ShipSticks.com. No more lugging your clubs through the airport or risk having your clubs lost or damaged by the airlines. Sending your own clubs ahead with ShipSticks.com makes it fast and easy to get to your golf destination. With just a few clicks or a phone call, we'll pick up and deliver your clubs on time, guaranteed, for as low as $39.99. ShipSticks.com saves you time and money. Make it simple. Make it ShipSticks.
I can't believe you got me a tennis bracelet. Mm-hmm.
She can thank me for that. I showed my dad this deal at Hellsberg. He bought jewelry, and I got this. It's my finder's fee.
Get a free Nintendo Switch system when you buy a gift at Hellsberg Diamonds.
I need help.
It's okay. I'm here.
If you missed an episode of one of this year's biggest hits, it's not too late. Watch 911 anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
We found a body. The entire weight of the family dynasty goes on the shoulders of Ted Kennedy.
Watch part 2 of Chappaquiddick, Sunday on the Fox News Channel. And subscribe to Fox Nation to see a director's cut of part 1 right now.
Finally tonight, if you want to tee off the New York Times, buy my book this Christmas season, Liars, Leakers, and Liberals, The Case Against the Anti-Trump Conspiracy. It is a #1 bestseller. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much to all my viewers that I meet all the time. Thanks. I'm Jeanine Pirro, advocating for truth, justice, and the American way. Greg Gutfeld is next. See you next Saturday night.
And
new verse to Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire.
Sing it,
Farms
Joe.
died, Kim's alive, all the Dow stocks just died. Putin's in the Black Sea, traitors in the GOP. Nukes are loose, Dems boost, Mueller takes a tighter noose. House is gone, dead is long, she laughs, Twitter gaffes, voter fraud, Stormy's bod, but it's all the will of God.
Very good.
He left out Morning Joe, sure does blow. Here was George Herbert Walker Bush when he just turned 20. After risking his life for his country on numerous bomber missions, he was shot down and rescued at 20. What was I doing at 20?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm not what you call a poster boy for heroism. I have flat feet and would give you up for a slice of pound cake. Now, it's easy to draw comparisons between then and now. 16 million Americans fought in World War II. Today, 16 million people watch this.
Yeah, I mean, no, that is rude. I've given you so much of my time, my energy, my heart, you bitch. Oh seriously? Wow. No, I've given you everything, Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa! Yeah! Now, that's no dig at now. It's just to point out a connection between two eras. That all of our entertainment and leisure time was enabled by the bravery of people you might never have met. If you have one of the 16 million in your clan, I salute you. You're lucky. They made my idiocy possible. To quote John Kerry in a tweet that he sent to me, "Happy Veterans Day, Greg. I'm glad that all of us who served in uniform fought to defend your freedom to be a complete fool on Twitter." No. For once, the Driftwood Dracula was right. The only reason why I can be a fool today is because someone was a hero yesterday. So thanks, John. To quote one of your special friends.
Spring, summer, or fall, now all you've got to do is call. Got a friend.
Oh, when he had hair. Looking back is sweet, but the price of nostalgia is forgetting the present. Today, brave men and women do outstanding work protecting you and me, our military, law enforcement, border police, and patrol. So do not mistakenly believe this is a generation of video gaming sofa surfers. Fact is, men and women die every day for this country. Although at times, it's hard to remind yourself that the rest of us aren't all idiots. Check out this tweet from Slate about Bush's service dog. Quote, Sully H.W. Bush is a service dog who had been with the president for 6 months, not his lifelong companion. Now imagine being that writer, questioning whether Bush's dog deserved all that attention. Yep, today I'm going to put that mutt in its place. Excuse me, lifelong companion? Sully isn't 94 years old. That's Slate. Sorry, Slate. Sully can't feel your hot take. Like the rest of the world, he doesn't read Slate. He could, but he doesn't. He's a dog, a smart dog. While for one more day, you were a rat, a silly, silly rat. Meanwhile, others in the media kept an eagle eye on Trump. My God, what was up with his jacket?
He walks into the National Cathedral. The other presidents are seated. He is wearing his overcoat. He takes it off and hands said crumpled overcoat to the young Marine officer who was acting as his escort. What's going on there?
Why didn't he just leave the overcoat in the back of the seat?
I gotta hand it to Brian, always focusing on the big picture. When he isn't busy making up crap. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't say he was there while looking at the footage. You can't see me, but I'm right behind Trump. They're so obsessed with Trump, though, they missed the coolest thing. You gotta check this beard out. You see this beard coming? Imagine what you could hide in that beard. I could hide in that beard. That's an Oak Ridge boy, by the way. I could hide in there for weeks. Meanwhile, others use the funeral as another excuse to trash the president.
What's really going on right now is a national reaction to Trump. No matter what we say or don't say, it's a reaction to what we have. And we miss the better. We miss that part of decency and honor.
Thanks, Chris. He's more off base than a drunk shortstop. Here's a Washington Post headline. At President Bush's funeral, Trump sits with fellow presidents, but still stands alone. Obviously, that's a lie. Even I can't stand and sit at the same time. And so even in a time of reverence and unity, they miss the point and obsess on their obsession. If only Trump's head would sprout horns, spin around, and spew fire. But what do you expect? If Trump didn't go, he'd get slammed. He does go, he gets slammed. What's really ironic about all of this, what did these funerals celebrate most? When you thought of Mr. Bush, what did you think most about? Patriotism, duty, family, faith. Isn't that the stuff that's openly mocked today by pop culture, the media, academia? There are more people who believe the earth is flat than believe in anything. And yet this week, those were the things that mattered. Weird, isn't it? When you're looking at death, you're not thinking about identity or jackets or the resume of a service pet. I hope we've learned something. I mean, think about this. President George Herbert Walker Bush fought in World War II. He flew 58 combat missions. He was shot down, rescued. Then he turned 21. Think about that. Later, he ran the CIA, he helped end the Cold War, and rescued Kuwait from Iraq. Yet in 1992, he still lost to Bill Clinton, just as Bob Dole did 4 years later. Why? Because his amazing life put him at a certain age. No war heroes, please. We'll take that young philanderer. We thought it over and decided. So the same people who make shallow decisions about you made one about him. You just gotta laugh. That's the other big message here. Bush was funny. Here's proof.
It's the last statement I'm going to have on broccoli. There are truckloads of broccoli at this very minute descending on Washington. My family is divided. I do not like broccoli, and I haven't liked it since I was a little kid. And my mother made me eat it. And I'm president of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli.
When we talk about vanishing heroism, don't forget vanishing humor. Humor is what holds this whole operation, civilization, together. The only way to celebrate hate, though, is to shame, censor humor from the world. Jokes connect people, so eliminate them, and we won't be falling on the floor laughing. We'll just be falling on the floor. It's why the real heroes don't just fight communism and Hitler, but also people who can't take a damn joke. Those humorless creeps seem to be everywhere and reproducing. So as we gain that kind of noxious non-hero, we lose men like Bush. According to the Department of Veteran Affairs, roughly 496,777 American veterans were estimated to still be alive as of September 2018. What's that tell you? They're still here, 500,000 of them. They're not making more. And we should make it a point to talk with them, learn from them, and share a laugh with them. Because this week we lost at least one, and we're going to lose more. And that, friends, is no joke. Let's welcome tonight's guests. He's more country than a mud flap made of Daisy Dukes. From the duo Big and Rich, singer and songwriter John Rich. If jokes were smokes, he'd be the Marlboro Man. Comedian Jimmy Fallon. Nice jacket. The co-hostess with the mostest, National Review reporter Kat Timpf. He's responsible for most solar eclipses. Former WWE superstar, my massive sidekick, and host of UnPC on Fox Nation, Tyrus. All right.
Great to see you.
Thank you, thank you. I love how you're dressed today.
Thank you.
John.
Merry Christmas,
yes.
Eric.
Oh, I'm not talking about you, an extra from New Kids on the Block. You came in the holiday spirit.
Well, I did. It's Merry Christmas time. You
Yes,
know?
it is.
And I would just like to give a shout out to my 86-year-old Granny Rich, who watches your show. She smokes a pack of Marlboro Reds every single day and drinks a little whiskey every night, still pulls a 40-hour a week, and
Wow.
she made this jacket and the jeans.
Wow. So what
Granny
you're saying is if I smoke a pack of cigarettes and drink a lot of booze, I could become an excellent seamstress.
It's possible. It's possible. Actually, I wrote a song about my grandfather, who was a World War II vet. He was in the Pacific. He was a tunnel rat. So he's a little guy. He's about 115. He joined at 17, lied about his age so he could go fight. And we've heard a lot of those stories. He had 6 Purple Hearts. And he went over to the Pacific and fought, and I wrote a song about him called The Good Lord and the Man. And on George Bush's 85th birthday, I sang that song, but I missed him because he was jumping out of an airplane on his 85th birthday. And then he called me back, and I was on a stage playing a Big and Rich concert. And he left me this incredible voicemail thanking me for the song. And I'm so glad that I missed his call because now I have that message. But
That's true, and you played it for me.
I
so
did.
it's real.
It's real.
Or it's Dana Carvey.
That's right. But the World War II guys, Greg, they literally saved the world. And when you know that there's less than 500,000 of those guys left around, if you ever get a chance to see one of those men, shake their hand, give them a big old hug, say thank you for what you did for our country. I mean, Hitler was coming after us. They bombed Pearl Harbor. They were coming from both